Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Monet for people that don't know, and today we are going to be doing a personal development video, just a little bit of an update on me and what's going on, as well as new career journey. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So right now I am in Arkansas, and it has been extremely stressful for me. So as you guys can probably see, like, I am like stressed as I'm literally beat down to the core. Like I'm literally on my last leg. But I used to work at the club for 9 years, and I have made the decision, or should I say God has made the decision for me to take a different route on my life and try something different. So I want to come and talk about truck driving. So that is the new field that I will be entering, or should I say I'm trying to enter the truck driving field. So right now, as you guys can probably see, I am at a hotel room. I am stationed in Arkansas, and right now I'm just in truck driving school. I'm in truck driving school, and I want to talk about that because there's not really a lot of videos on the truck driving school part. There's not that much information out there. So I want to be the first female that is going to tell you a little bit more insight on how I feel about it and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say exactly what school I'm in. I'm going to tell you guys like my experience and everything like that, like I said. So right now I am going on, I got here, I'm going to say last week on I want to say Tuesday. I started school on Wednesday. So a week and a half since I've been in school right now. And the first 2 days were very overwhelming, very overwhelming. They threw so much information at us. And not only that, we were in school for like 11 hours straight, like literally. So it was very overwhelming, a lot of information to take in. We had to do 48 videos in class and out of class. So, and that was for the first 3 days that I was there. So you had the weekend to finish all the videos, and they had to be finished by Monday. But the good thing about that is we're in class doing the videos as like a group. So you're getting some of the answers, you know. So when you do go back to the room, you'll be able to answer those questions because you followed along with the class. But some of the questions you might forget, so you might have to listen over on the videos. And some of the videos were 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It just depends, you know. So all in total, I think they said 14 hours straight to go through all the videos. I can't really remember, but somewhere around there. So like I said, that was like, you know, my first week. Very, very stressful, a lot of information to take in. So coming up on a new week, which is the week that I am in now, which will make it a full week. Okay, let me go back. Let me say this. The first 3 days that you're there that week, you're not on the field. You're not driving any trucks. You're just basically learning about the truck. It is a lot of information, and some stuff you are going to forget. I'm going to say that. Well, I have, you know. I can't really speak on other people, you know. People take information at a different level, you know. A lot of that information I remember, but a lot of it I don't. As I said, that was like, you know, the first 3 days. fast forward to now, is a fresh new week. It is technically Friday, so I decided to take today off because, like I said, I'm very stressed out. Following week, you will be out on the field every day. You will be learning how to do parallel parking. You will be learning how to pull up. You will be learning how to do straight backs. You will be learning how to go on the road and how to drive the highway, how to drive the city roads. Like, you'll learn all of that. Like, they teach you all of that, and then they also teach you, if I'm not mistaken, they say they'll take you out into the mountains to get a feel of things, but I haven't done that. And then they also will take you to do the emergency off ramp. You know, they'll show you how to use that in case of emergency, but we haven't got to that yet. Okay, so you'll get a package like this, and this package has a lot of information, and this is the most important package that you will get doing your training. Plus, you're doing your JJ Killers, which is 48 videos. So that's a lot. The second week, they expect you to memorize all of this. This is your air brake test that you cannot miss. If you miss any of this, you will fail. Like, they're not playing any games. Then you got your pre-trip. Your pre-trip is basically knowing every part that's on the vehicle, and you have to say these special words: properly mounted and secure, and a couple other words that you have to say. But you have to memorize all of this. Plus, there's more pages back there that you have to remember. This is actually going around your whole trailer, knowing the parts, what they're called. You need to remember all this information like the back of your hand, like literally. And they expect you to remember it fast. They will send you home. Now, for me, I came to a school that was 3 weeks. 3 typical weeks to memorize everything, and not only memorize everything, because I know you guys are probably thinking 3 weeks to memorize, that should be a decent amount of time. But it's not when you're in class for 11 hours. We're literally in class from 7 to 5. And you got to keep this in mind. We're on the field driving, you know, doing the straight backs, doing all the stuff that we need to do to know how to drive a truck. But that's not really giving us time to study on all of this. And then when you do come back to the hotel room at 5 p.m., you're fucking tired, you're fucking exhausted. You don't want to, you know, be drilling this shit all damn night. And then next morning, you got to wake up at 5 in the morning to be at school by 7. So they have a van that pick us up at 6:45. It'll be here before 6:45, but you have to be outside and in that truck by 6:45. If not, that truck will leave you. It will fucking pull off. It will leave you. So you got to be in the truck by 6:45. You're in school from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're out on the field, it's hot, depending on what city and state you went to. It could be cold, it could be, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. So here the weather is up and down. It's a little bit, it's cold, it's windy, it's hot, it's raining. So, and if it's raining, you still have to go to school. They do not cancel class because it's raining or things like that. No, you need to buy a poncho or buy a rain jacket and make sure you're prepared for the weather. So dress accordingly to the weather. Okay, so like I said, you have to memorize all of this stuff within, I would say, a week. Because if not, they will send you home. They don't care if you have a test or not coming up. They will send you home, because if you do not have this air brake memorized, there's no way that you're going to remember the pre-trip, because the pre-trip has a ton of pages that you have to remember. They give you like a week and a half, kind of. So from Monday to Wednesday. And within that time period, An examiner is going to test you on all of this information, on what you know and stuff like that, but it's not what you know. You actually have to perform this. So the air brake test, you actually have to perform. You have to get in the truck. You have to say these things to your examiner. And once you go to the DMV, this is the air brake test that you have to know, and you have to say it out loud so your examiner can hear you. And you got to know what you're doing, basically. You got to know certain stuff. And the examiner want to hear you, because if you miss one thing on this air brake test, automatic fail. You don't get to go on the road. You don't get to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? It's automatic fail. They send you home after that. So that is why it's very important to remember your air brake test. Now, when it comes to pre-trip, you do want to memorize like 70 to 80% of this. You have to point and you have to name out the parts on the truck. So the alternator, the just all types of different parts. You just have to call it out. And you have to say properly mounted and secured, or no cuts, whatever it is that they want you to say. What this is doing, the pre-trip, is just basically you're accumulating points. So you want to come to, I think you want to have altogether, I think they say 80 points to pass the pre-trip. So you want to establish enough points so you can pass. I have until the 25th to take my test. So on the 25th, I had to take my test. Today is like let's see what today is. Today is the 12th. So right now I'm very stressed out. I'm on the verge of like packing all my shit up and leaving, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Most people are ahead of me. They're way ahead of me. They already pretty much know their pre-trip, and I don't know how the fuck, excuse my language again, but I don't know how they're soaking in this much knowledge and being able to hold it without using this paper. It's too much information. And although they say it's like the same thing as your car, you know, the parts that's on the truck is like the same thing on your car. You just gotta, you know, but it is a lot of information to remember. And I'm totally stressed out. I'm like on the verge of giving up. One thing I am going to say is, when it comes to truck driving, you're going to feel every emotion you could possibly think of. Like, you're going to be having so many thoughts running through your head, like, I can't do this. I don't know why I thought I could do this. I'm not fit for this. I'm ready to go home. You know, you're going to beat yourself up bad. And that's where I am right now. I'm like literally in that spot of depression, like literally. And I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to stick it through, see it through, and know that everyone learns at a different level. You know, don't get discouraged because your classmates might be soaking in knowledge a little bit more faster than you are. But so for the most part, I feel like when it comes to like on the road, driving a truck on the road, for me, it's very fun. I can see myself doing it on a regular. I can see myself actually doing it. So driving the truck is not the problem. Now, my problem is straight back. Like, being able to keep my trailer straight and bagging up is the problem, without it shifting from right to left, and to catch your trailer so it can be straight and it can go, you know, go back straight. So straight back is my biggest problem, and I'm having problems with the what is it called? I don't want to say parallel. I think it's like maneuverability or something like that. But offset, I think it might be offset back end or something like that. So those two things, I am like struggling. Like, it's literally kicking my ass. So that is the two things that I'm concerned about, because we did have a test today. For the straight back, and you cannot get not 1 point. It has to be 0 points. If you get 1 point, I'm not mistaken, I think they do send you home. They're very strict on sending people home. So today I did not go. Like I said, I'm very stressed. I am very emotional. So today is Friday, and we go back to school on Monday. And once I go back to school on Monday, after that week, I'll have one more week to take my test. So, like I said, I'm still on the verge on if I should continue or if I should just call it quits and pack my stuff up and just like leave and go, because I'm stressed and it is a lot. It is a lot of information to remember. Keep in mind, you guys, when you're doing your air brake test, you have to rememorize. You're getting up in front of all your classmates, and you got to say this whole air brake test. It's not like they pull you to the side and you go out on the truck and an examiner tests you. Although they do that, but at the end of the day, they will pick a couple people to go up front and you will say your air brake test out loud individually. So, and they do that kind of through Monday through Friday. So they pick, 2 to 3 people. You go up in front of the class and you say your air brake. You could be in the classroom with, let's just say, 13 people. Some of the people that you came in with and new people that came in. I do not know how to speak in front of a lot of people. I get very nervous. I get jittery. You're basically learning with your class and you're learning with new people that came in, which I feel like it should not be allowed. But hey, I can't tell people how to run their school. Another thing I want to mention is, depending on what type of school you go to, they might not have that many instructors. They might not have that many trucks. But one thing I can say, the company that I did come to is a very well-known company. Everybody knows this company. And I just feel like they should have had more instructors to get more of one-on-one time. Once you get in the truck and you do your straight back or whatever it is that you're working on, you have to get out of the truck and let the next person do the same thing that you were just doing. And if you come in with let's say you come in with a group of 10 people, they might only have 3 trucks for you to work on. And out of those 10 people or 12 people, you have to basically all take turns in those 3 trucks. So that's another thing that I did not like, because you don't get a lot of time, practicing. I mean, you do get time because you're out there for 11 hours, but you'll see once you get out on that field, you'll see that you don't really get that much time. Like you do, but you don't, if that makes sense. So with that being said, you will do that with the class that you came in, because everyone's going to come in with a class. So let's just say you come in with a class and your class only has 7 people. Your class has 7 people, so you think that you're working with just your classmates. No, you're going to be working with the classmates that came in before you, and then also the classmates that's going to be coming in after you. So you're going to get you're going to be working with all types of people, and you're going to be on the field working with all types of people. So you want to keep in mind that the more people it is, the less time that you really actually get on that field, So I do feel like it should be some type of cutoff where, okay, we already have about, a good 10 students. We're not going to take any new people until these 10 people have graduated or proceeded to the next step. But different companies work different, but I just feel like we would have more time, or even one-on-one time, if there were more trucks and more examiners. But no, they only have a certain amount of trucks that they work in, and when you got over 10 people and you're working in 3 trucks, that's not really enough time. That's really not. One big thing that I do want to mention for anybody that's thinking about going to get your CDLs, make sure before you come to class that you know your truck parts. Look up your pre-trip. There's a lot of videos on YouTube doing pre-trips. There's a lot of them. So make sure you look up your city and your state and what they require for pre-trip. Before going to a school, I would say wait 2 weeks and drill that fucking pre-trip in your head for 2 weeks straight. Memorize those parts and what they look like and how to identify them, and practice that for 2 weeks straight. So that way, when you come to class, when you come to school, that is one less hassle that you have to worry about, and it just makes the process less stressful. And then you might possibly just get more time on the field, because if you got your pre-trip out the way, the other thing that you have to just worry about is your air brake test and your NCAP. And you can learn that, you can honestly learn that in a week. Keep in mind at how fast you can soak in knowledge. For me, I cannot soak in knowledge that quick. It does take me a minute, but once I get it, I got it. It's stuck. So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind that you're going to be feeling a lot of emotions. Don't be hard on yourself like I am. I'm literally beating myself down. But one thing I can say is the group of people that I did come in with are very like supportive. They're constantly always checking on me, asking me, am I okay? Am I getting it? Where am I struggling at? And when we come back to the hotel room, we do work on the air brake test. You know, we'll go outside to our cars and we'll like act like it's a semi or a truck, and we'll say the air brake test out loud and try to drill it into our head so that way we can memorize it. I feel like building a relationship with your teammates, the people that you came in, will help you a lot. So don't forget to do that, because at the end of the day, we're all there for one thing, which is to get our CDLs. And some people like to sit in their rooms all day, or some people don't like to associate, you know. But one thing I can say is by you associating and getting to know your classmates and kind of building a little friendship there, they can help you, because it might be something that they know that you don't know, and they might can help you with that problem. So make sure that you build a relationship with your teammates that you came in with. What else can I say? The other thing I probably would say is the school that I'm at is awesome. It's amazing. They're good people. I don't really have anything bad to say. I just really wish that the program was a little bit longer. So it is very important for you to pick a school that will give you enough time to memorize all of this. I would personally prefer to honestly pay out of pocket for my own schooling and go for 2 months or 3 months. There are colleges that's out there. There are other schools that's out there that have classes that are typically 2 to 3 months or 2 months. I just honestly feel like 30 days or a little bit under 30 days is not enough time for me personally to memorize all this information. I guess I'm going to end the video here. I hope that this video can give you a little bit of insight on truck driving and training and what to really like expect during training. And I just pray, I hope that I pass, and if I do pass, I'll let you guys know after the 25th once I take my test. Hey you guys, I am back. So if you guys can tell, it's a new day. So I'm just gonna tell you overall like my process, the ending of my process, because if you guys don't know, I think I said a little bit before in the video that I take my test, and I was gonna let you guys know like how that went and just overall the whole experience. So I took my test on the 25th, and you guys, I was so nervous. Like the whole process was very, very overwhelming, but we made it to the finish line. So the 25th, I took my test and I passed. So I am officially a truck driver now. I have my CDLs. You guys, this process was so overwhelming for me. I honestly felt like everything that I did, like down to the skills, to the paperwork, to just everything just did not make sense. But I ended up sticking it out because I did want to go home like 10 times throughout the process. I was emotional. I was, y'all, I was going through it. I'm gonna just say that. For me, it was a really big struggle, and not only a struggle, it was a challenge. I felt like I never stuck with something so long to see the end result. Like I always give up either halfway through the process or like 10% of the process. I'll like give up if I don't see like immediate results. So during this like 30 days, it really taught me to like trust the process, and even though it may not look like you're not fit out for whatever it is that you may be doing, just see it through and pray on it and ask God to help you every step of the way. That's one thing that really helped me during my CDLs was God. Like every problem that I had, I made sure I came back to the hotel room and I prayed and I just gave it all to God. And when I went to take that test, I freaking passed. Like I passed the test. But yeah, that was really a big milestone for me. I'm just really excited to see where this journey takes me. And not only that, I'm gonna be bringing you guys a lot of trucking videos, and I'm gonna be traveling the world. I'm just excited to bring some good content to you guys. And not only that, I am still going to keep my regular content that I've been posting. Like that is going to stay, but I'm just going to add a couple more things to the channel to bring it some more excitement. But I'm excited. I feel like so far, overall, I don't regret it. I do not regret coming here. Like all my instructors were very, very sweet. They were very helpful, and they can be a little bit strict, but that's only because they want you to get it. And I feel like by them being super strict and them having a deadline where you have to meet your skills and your paperwork and your videos, they have a set time that you need to have things done by. If not, they will send you home. And I feel like a lot of my stress came from was, you know, the skills and remembering things. And I literally did not want to get sent home. I feel like that was stressing me out so much, you know, because I was struggling on those things so much. But if they see that you are making improvement and they see that you are studying and stuff like that, they will help you out a lot. So make sure you just stay in contact with your instructors and let them know like, hey, like I'm going through this, I'm doing this, I'm trying my best. And if you let them know what is going on, they will do their best to not get you sent home. Because if you're not making progress, and when they have their little meeting every day or every couple weeks, they will send you home. Like overall, I'm so grateful and I'm so blessed right now in this moment. And that is overall my experience of training for 4 weeks. So hopefully you guys can use this video and take some type of information from this video, and you can use it on your training when you're about to go into the process. But overall, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.